of CWM Cyclone Promotions, and welcome to the Europa Hotel for the final press conference ahead of the much anticipated first defence of his world title for Carl Frampton. CWM Cyclone Promotions, sponsored by CWM FX, is delighted to be staging this world title contest at the Jackal's Den, the Odyssey Arena, in front of not only a capacity crowd, but as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, in front of the terrestrial television cameras of ITV. So if you would first let me introduce the table to you, we'll then hear from those involved, we will then hand over for press questions. So to the rear of the top table, from left to right, we have the challenger for the IBF Intercontinental Welterweight belt from Ukraine, Viktor Plotnikov. And next to Victor we have our CWM Cyclone boxer, starting with the man making his debut on Saturday evening from Portsmouth, Josh Pritchard. At the centre of the back row we have the man 5-0 from Coe Island, Conrad Cumming. And sitting next to Conrad, the Irish and WBO European Featherweight Champion from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Marco McCullough. Next to Marco, we have one of the most exciting heavyweights in the country, undefeated, 13-0, 10 by way of knockout from Brixton, London, Dillian White. And sitting next to Dillian, he will be challenging Viktor Plotnikov for the IBF Intercontinental Welterweight belt. Former Commonwealth Welterweight Champion from Manchester, England, the one and only Denton Vassell. And finishing off the top table, we've all heard of the Pac-Man, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is the Pat-Man from Belfast, Northern Ireland, Paddy Gallagher. So moving on to the expensive seats, ladies and gentlemen, in the front row. From our far right, we have the manager of the challenger. Please welcome once again to Belfast, Mike Grisio. And next to Mike, we have the trainer of the challenger. Please welcome Felipe Avalos. Moving right across to the left-hand side of the top table, we have one of the men who puts all these contests together, works very hard behind the scenes for CWM Cyclone. Please welcome Jake McGuigan. And sitting next to Jake, a man who needs no introduction on these shores, but he's going to get one anyway. He is the head coach, the head trainer, Shane McGuigan. Centre table, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of CWM Cyclone Promotions, former world champion, Barry McGuigan. Now to Barry's right, we have the mandatory challenger for the title. 27 contests, 25 wins, 19 inside the distance. From Lancaster, California, USA, Chris, the Hitman Avalos. And ladies and gentlemen, the last person we're going to introduce here this afternoon, he is the reigning, defending IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, the undefeated Carl the Jackal Frampton. So I think it's only right, ladies and gentlemen, for our first word from the CEO, Mr. Barry McGuigan.
Thank you, Craig. This is another historic event coming up on Saturday night. It's tremendous to be able to say that we're going to have terrestrial television in the shape of ITV. The undercard is going to be entirely on ITV4. We flipped to ITV1 at 10 to 11. It's magnificent. we know we had over 1 million people watch the Golovkin-Murray fight last week, and we feel pretty sure that we're going to get at least double that on Saturday night. It's a very exciting fight. Chris Avalos is a tremendous challenger, and he's got a great record, and he's coming here to win, and we know that he will provide a very stiff test for Carl Frampton. It will be a brilliant event for everybody who will be ringside and in the arena, and it will be a brilliant event for all of those watching on television. Nothing more to say really. Both guys have trained very hard, and we want the undercard to be spectacular. I think you'll see from what Jake and the boys have put out that we have a tremendous undercard. We're trying to accommodate everybody. Bear in mind that a lot of our viewers are going to be across the water, so we want to try and facilitate everybody, but I think we've done that. It's a magnificent undercard. It will be a magnificent main event, but there's only going to be one winner.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, two men here we want to hear from beyond anyone else, and we're going to turn firstly to the challenger. So a few words please from Chris Avalos.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Regan for having me on television coming. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say that I haven't said? I mean, I'm ready to fight. So it's going to be a good fight. That's pretty much all I can say. I mean, I don't know what else you guys really want me to say. And for his information, I'm going to win. I'm going to take the battle. I ain't come all the way out here to lose, so it's pretty stupid I come out here to lose. Makes no sense.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Carl Frampton.
He usually talks a little bit more than that, so he hasn't said much there. I think he's obviously a little bit tight on the weight, but he's in a bad mood and stuff. But I'm expecting a tough fight. It's going to be a tough fight. I've prepared hard for it, but this guy knows what's going to happen. He's lost twice before to guys who don't compare to me, so you know what's going to happen here on Saturday night. It's going to be another loss. He's used to it already, and it'll be just more of the same.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard from the boxers. Let's hear from the guys behind the boxers. If we could turn to the manager of Chris Avalos for a few words from Mike Crisio.
I want to thank Mr. McGuigan for having us here, TV for having us on. It's been very welcoming here. Everybody's been nice to us, but somebody's got to go on Saturday, and I hate to tell you, Carl, you're going to lose your title. It's going to be a short stay for you, and at the end, we'll see who's the new champion. So we'll see Saturday night. I don't know what to say.
So I don't really believe you when you're saying that. It looks like you're very nervous when you say that. It's like you don't believe yourself.
I'll tell you what. Would you like to bet some of your purse at the 5-to-1 odds? Because I'll love to take your money, brother. How much would you like to put up for your money?
He said all right, so I want you to notice that he said all right. So what does that mean? Clear it, what?
You or you?
Clear it.
Clear what?
Okay, you gonna bet or what? What you gonna do?
I'm going to bet you or your minder.
Okay, you can bet both of us. No matter.
Bet.
You can bet both of us. You heard what he said clearly.
I wouldn't like to take your money off you. You've had the same track for that long.
All right, that's a no. He doesn't want to bet it. He doesn't want to bet his money.
Every time I've seen you, I'm wearing that coat, so
He's making an excuse. He doesn't want to bet his money. That's okay. Target did the same thing in an interview too, and I beat his ass for $100 grand. So, hey, you know what? All good.
Fortunately, all of us weren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
who's had the silver spoon?
What?
I've had a silver spoon. I'm from the ghetto, mate. I'm from T-Bay, mate. That's the ghetto.
Still won't whoop your ass anyway.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we will.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we will. It's gonna happen.
Listen, you've spouted off and you've mouthed off, and I've listened to your interview, which we can refute in every different angle. Bottom line is, the reason we're here, this kid draws people in. Look at the room. He draws people in. He's exciting. He was above you in all of the rankings. He is the better fighter. And tomorrow night, he will prove it. Okay?
We'll see.
Tomorrow night, we'll see. Not tomorrow night, Saturday night. Saturday night.
That's why he's got his name written on his back, so when he's laying on the canvas, you'll know who the hell's on the floor. Carl.
Mr. Chrissy, you're going to make yourself very unpopular. I invite you to keep your mouth shut.
I'm not here to be friendly. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to win a fight. This is a fight. This isn't about popularity contest.
That's exactly right. That's what's going to happen tomorrow night. Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one man we haven't heard from, and we're always delighted to hear from him, is the trainer of the Jackal. A few words from Shane McGuigan.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Been a great camp. Carl's trained exceptionally hard. I'm sure Chris Avalos has too, but I believe Carl's going to beat him, going to knock him out. But it's going to be a really exciting fight, and I'm looking forward to it. And to be part of another fight, especially being on ITV1, it's going to be massive. So thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will open for press questions very shortly. But before we do so, and we would like you during press questions to please answer some questions of the undercard, because we have a stellar undercard
Yes,
here.
please do, yeah.
A fantastic undercard, and one of the men behind the scenes is going to tell you a little bit about it, and that is Jake McGuigan.
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty stacked undercard. We have Dillian White in a 10-round heavyweight contest against another unbeaten fighter. So there's two unbeaten fighters against each other. Likewise, in the middleweight division with Conrad Cummings fighting an undefeated kid, 4-0. So we're not matching them easy. We have Denton Vaselin against Viktor Plotnikov. Denton, former Commonwealth champion, against Viktor, former European champion. So it'll be a cracking fight. Anthony Kakachi steps up against Santiago Bustos, who beat Ben Jones, reputable English fighter, in his last fight. So it's going to be a very, very hard contest for Anto. 8 rounds, but he's ready to step up. He's ready to win titles this year. Mark McCullough, just coming back from hand injury, Mark. So we've got some massive plans for him. Been speaking to the WBO, so it's going to be a big fight around the corner for Mark, but he's got to kind of ease his way back into it with his hand problems now. He's in an 8-round contest. We have Paddy Gallagher in against Miguel Aguirre. Be a tough contest for Paddy, but I'm sure he's an exciting talent, so I'm sure he'll show everybody that. And Josh Pritchard is his debut, so you know, we all want you to have a good look at Josh Pritchard. He's a super, super talent, so yeah, look out for Josh.
Well, thank you, Jake. Now, we're going to hand over for press questions. How this is going to work is we're going to ask the CEO, Barry, will point out, please put your hands up. Please allow me to come to you with the microphone, and that is so that the TV cameras can pick up the question as well as the answer. So please, if you just direct hands up to Barry, Barry will pick you out for questions. Somebody's got to have a question, guys.
David Kelly from Belfast Telegraph, somebody there.
Carl, all week, Chris has made his claim that he believes he's the hardest guy you've faced, and that it's going to come down to who's toughest. Is that how you see it? Who's going to be the hardest on a night, like a trench warfare fight?
It may well be, but whatever it takes to win this fight, I'm prepared to do. If it's going to be stand in the middle of the ring and outfight this guy and out-strength him and just outbox him, do whatever it has to take to beat this guy. It's going to be. I'm not expecting it to be easy. That's the truth. He's coming here thinking or making himself believe that it's going to be an easy fight. I know he's a good fighter, but I'm better. That's it.
Would you rate him higher than the likes of Quigg?
Yeah, I do rate him higher than Scott Quigg. I honestly, this isn't about Scott Quigg, to be honest. Quigg's a Sky TV hype job, if I'm being honest. It's not about him. It's about me and Avalos. I believe that Chris Avalos is a better fighter than Quigg. And it's obviously going to be a tougher fight than a Quigg fight, but it's all about this guy. I'm focused on him and no one else.
Gentlemen, any questions? Barry will point out.